Okay, for anyone who later looks at the stream, you know that was a little bit weird because I just ditched in and out, but it should be fine. Alright. Oh, I can hear the background noise a lot more now. I always have that turned down so far. Okay, so originally I had not that screen, this screen up. And so just for anyone who is currently watching this at the time of the stream, we do have a Planner Fisher event going on. So if you need those, make sure that you're doing that simulated universe. Currently we have one of those in-between missions that is currently available, and this is what we are going to be working on today. I stopped right before the dungeon in the original one, so we should be, I think we're about like just short of halfway through it. Make sure that you get the march before she's gone. We are working our way there. It is like the last 2 days, just short of 3 days, as shown here, for Yunli and Huahua's banner, so make sure you get them if you want. I have heard insane things that are coming to the next set of banners. Would love to get actual confirmation, because like I've seen something where it's like they're gonna run like 5 different 4 stars, all not 4 stars, like 4 or 5 stars all in the same banner, which is wild, and I don't get why you would do that. Yunli also has a companion mission. We'll pretty much be doing these in the order you see them here: main quest, March's quest, and then the companion mission. If you notice here, this will be a quest that you can do later, but you will not be able to get the limited time rewards from it. Apocalyptic Shadow is of course active right now. As you can see, I did work on it a bit. And then you get this from the Apocalyptic Shadow. So that's pretty nice. And then Divergent Universe is also running. Usually I have this done before stream, but I have had a crazy busy week. Like end of my week, Thursday through Saturday, and so I have barely had time for anything. That is such a cool noise. Same thing with this one. That noise is so cool. I did do this outside of stream because it was just taking photos of the trash cans. As you can see, completed them all. So that's done. And then I'll show you the character I have been working on. That is not it.
Serving under the 10 lords as a judge of souls, I come to the world of the living to enforce their will.
You all remember that I was so absolutely distraught that I had not gotten straight E for the longest time, and now I almost have her E6'd, which is kind of funny. Gallagher, I think, is currently my least Eidolon filled 4-star, but we were able to finally get him, so I currently, at this moment, have all the 4 stars, at least until Moza is released. I did get an achievement. I was able to finish the Grim Film of Finality, which is the Apocalyptic Shadow event. And then... Where is it? Not you. And then the last thing to show you all before we get rolling is, of course, Swarm Disaster. As you all know, I am slowly working my way through completing Swarm Disaster in its entirety. Last stream I was able to show you that I had gotten all the Trailblaze secrets, so I have all the lore. And then, so we've just been trying to finish the community trial. I'm gonna have to turn the background noise down a little bit more. To fully get this maxed out, which is, the only things left are these secret stamp looking things. Which the way you get these is you make, in the game, you can make choices based off of paths, and if you make 20 of those choices, you'll get one of these. And so I have finished Elation and Preservation. And so I'm working on the others. I have gotten, you can't see it here, we'll do it here. I have gotten, the last one I was working on, which was Destruction, the Path of Destruction. fully done through level 5, and so I only have elation and propagation left. And then it's just the community trail and the flips. So when you're looking in the accomplishments or achievements, universe in a nutshell, that's what it is. They have achievements for swarm disaster where you flip the die 100 times. And I've only gotten 2 so far, which is preservation and oh no, I hadn't gotten preservation. Was it elation? I know I've gotten one. I got destruction and one other path. If I can find it. I just got destruction recently, and I had one other. Propagation, preservation, abundance, remembrance, elation. Oh, nihility. That's what it was. I have nihility and the destruction I just got. As you can see, I'm very close to preservation, actually. And then other ones I'm nowhere near close. But these achievements, I think, are the last swarm disaster achievements I'd need. Before I fully complete all the simulated universe things outside of like these two, I guess. Have planar disruption level at 20 or higher when completing it. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, so I only have a few more achievements, but we are working our way through them. Oh yeah, and then for anyone who is watching on the stream, I do have Twitch drops set up, and so I have just hit where you can get the Stellar Jade reward, so make sure to claim that whenever you're watching. So let's start with some text messages that we've gotten, and then we will get back to the interlude quest and see how far we get today. Dear guest, you've completed Hanu's adventure storybooks. That's impressive. Since the game was implemented into Dreamscape, you are the only player who has completed the collection mission. Is that true? Of course, you are the one and only. This is because signal jamming detected. I deliberately placed many challenges in places that ordinary people cannot reach. You must be someone extraordinary, dear guest. Ooh, I like that the thing is turned gold. What is going on? Don't you try anything. Sorry, this is the only way I can communicate with you. After all, there's no privacy in dream communication. Since you've made it this far, I'm sure you've already noticed some clues, haven't you? Can you tell what kind of story little brother Hanu is? Is it about Hanune, isn't it? I'm sure you have your own answers in mind, as well as lingering doubts that haven't been resolved. Then let's our game continue, remarkable guest. Is it because you are a premium user carefully selected by Clock Studios? As a token of respect for the achievement you made, we carefully crafted a final stage for you, narrating the concluding chapter of Brother Hanu's story. Go give it a try. You won't be disappointed. Oh, that's interesting. You get a quest for completing all the Hanu levels. Interesting. I hadn't heard about that. And then Dr. Edward. Greeting, esteemed Mr. Kalis. I've heard that you've assisted Randolph with data collection. On behalf of myself, I would like to express my most sincere gratitude. I believe Randolph has rewarded you accordingly, but this is also part of my gratitude and sincerity. I hope you'll be satisfied. Thanks to your work, I've already submitted the proposal to the family for review and recorded your name in the assistance column. Finally, please allow me to express my deepest gratitude for your assistance in the store. I think that one's for the trash can thing that we did. That text message. Alright, so let us get bumping. really curious about that Hano quest, but we are not going to do it right this minute. We are going to continue on with the main quest. Okay, let's turn down the background noises a bit more, because they are pretty loud. I'm going to end up back right at the settings I had originally. Just watch, I'm gonna end up right back at the settings I had originally.
I'm here to name my
News is spreading pretty fast. Are you all ready?
Let's do it.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready? Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
Oh my gosh, we're actually doing like a...
Strike with heart!
I'll see you off.
I don't even...
Bloom.
I can breathe easy again.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
I'm trying to figure out which of my characters got thrown out. Oh, Kalis did, so... Okay. I see what we're doing.
It's on me.
A one-time enemy!
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on flee through clouds!
You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
You say that after defeating enemies that I am the one that, has to...
Receive divinity.
That I, like...
Breathe easy again.
That I'm setting up, essentially.
Spend freely.
Nothing major.
Time for swordplay. Bladed flight.
Hedge your bets.
Conflict is pitiless. Time. Show no mercy. Trifling.
Watch your head.
Descend to earth. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Let's settle this.
Like, literally, I'll have a character almost dead, and then she
Eternal
attacks,
slither
and that's
dead
very
return.
annoying.
Sure, I'll play along.
Is that it?
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
How many can you block? Strike with heart.
This thunder! Was that it?
No dirty. Watch your head.
Show no mercy. Let's settle this.
Blade and flight! Lead through clouds!
I feel like this is unfair in the fact that she has a multi-target attack and he has single unit attacks. Like, how am I supposed to fight more people than her?
Bide your time. Conflict is pitiless.
Strike with heart!
All in.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Hedge your bets. No dirty tricks, alright. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Here, this thunder. Strike.
Time for swordplay! Blade and flight!
Okay, we're catching up slowly.
Eternal the dead return.
Why am I like so into this fight? Like I'm over here like being like, no, I must defeat her.
Lead through clouds!
Is Yunli really that powerful? Is Yunli really that powerful that like no matter like anytime she attacks, anyone that is left on the field dies, which is giving her like such a massive lead. Whereas it takes us a while to like
The sword is like water. It cannot remain still.
and shut up. So I'm over here just like, is she really considered that canonically powerful? Because obviously how powerful you make a character is very different from how powerful they are actually in the story. So I'm like, I don't know.
Strike
I don't know if I believe
no time
she's
to lose.
actually that strong canonically, like in the story.
Conflict is pitiless.
All in.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely. No dirty trick. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
A one-time enemy. Blade and flight. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Follow my charge.
Descend to earth. See? I won.
Yeah, is there any way to actually win against her? Like maybe if you had really, really powerful teams set up? Like is there any way to like actually win against her? Oop. Knocked my microphone over. I just... Is this like a story thing? Like you're not allowed to win?
Your technique was all over the place, and you relied too much on speed. Is this really all the Cloud Knights of the Lawfu can muster? So disappointing.
Actually, like, I want to know enough that I'm gonna look it up. Can Yunqing win against Yunli? Okay, I cannot find an answer easily, so we'll just move on.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself.
Oh, well then I'll give you a chance. Defeat me or hand over all your swords.
If you're trying to pick a fight, just ask, because I'm ready for ya.
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Yunli, is this not the freaking whatever Jing Yuan's position is on the Luofu? Is this not the lady who's on your ship? The general? There we go. The general in charge of your ship?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
Oh, no, wait. No, she's from the... What is it? Yunli's from one of the ships, and then this is most likely the lady that came with Jiao Chuo, and Moza, I believe. Probably. I think so.
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Luofu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Xiao, okay.
Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Vanquishing general, okay.
Great general. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Shao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
A moment later, Fei Shao leisurely walks, and I've run out of time.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
Yes, and thank you for explicitly saying it to the audience, because therefore anyone who did not get the hints will also understand.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Her coat reminds me very much of Archelino from Genshin. Especially with the red accents. Like her gloves.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Meanwhile, Yanqing and Kalis return.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome. I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
And mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too, right?
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled swordmasters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jingyuan wants to invite all of you to the seat of divine foresight. He has something important to discuss.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Well, considering how Chaos seems to follow Trailblazers wherever they go, I don't think you are going to get your wish. Okay, we are not quite there yet. Is there anything closer I can teleport to?
It's getting... Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huaiyan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Phantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty, They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others.
Not them using fancy words to be like, your haters are excited, but you should not be concerned about them because they're losers.
But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning. No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance. Yes, it's this case right here.
This case gleams with muted luster, crafted from a material neither wood nor metal. Its surface is masterly woven with metallic threads, outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Laofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Laofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Laofu as the Ringmaster, so it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanjing.
I was gonna say, the line between confidence and arrogance is a little thin, but alright.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Jiming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
March is for the girl. She's like, I'm also wanting to just consume this gossip and this drama firsthand.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
If we did not already know that it was March, and I was actually like just looking at these three, politically it cannot be Dan Heng. Dan Heng is already like fighting for his life against the people in the Luofu, and like a lot of people hate him for his past life as Dan Feng. And if I'm to understand their implications earlier, it looks like Dan Feng may be the one that is the ringmaster, because the dragon lady is not old enough and well skilled enough in martial arts to be the ringmaster. So Dan Heng's already out. Now, it would make sense for Kalis to be it, because he has been able to like absorb different paths of the hunt. But Kalis is a pretty new member to the Astral Express, so it also wouldn't make sense in that manner as a representative for him to be the one to do it. Plus, none of his weapons so far have been a sword. We've had a spear/lance. We've had a bat, and we have had a hat. So March 7th does seem like actually to be the best one to do it.
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Wait, are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even competent to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
I understand. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General YN.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
YN. Oh, okay. I get to.
General YN's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
Oh, I'm Jingyuan now. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I have Jingyuan. I was like, why am I Jingyuan all of a sudden? Yep. Very confused. Okay.
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yunli and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into this. What began as a simple contest between two swordmasters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao. where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
This is what I was literally thinking. It's like, we could still just leave. Nah. But we can't, because literally the express is over by her to space station, so we cannot actually just leave.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Lawfu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
In Arm Alley.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Shao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the reports from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge Waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, Enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin Warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the shackling prison, facing unending retribution.
Why would you leave his weapons on him if he's in prison? Like, he still has his vanguards, he has these extra sets of claws on still, he has armor on. If you've been, and like the helmet kind of, like if you've imprisoned him, you should also strip him of all of his armor so that even if he does escape, he's a little bit more squishy.
Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
Yeah, but also mixing up the schedule could also potentially let him break out a little bit easier, questionable, especially since the Borisin have been attacking the ship.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Oh, I wonder if this is related to the reason why half the Express had to go to her to space station, because Ron May has been stirring some stuff up again. After a day of running around, you finally arrive at Petrichor Inn for a well-deserved rest. Finally got to read all of one in a sitting before it disappeared. This night, your restlessness from a meeting with the general and the bustling crowd before the war dance keeps you from falling asleep. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Oh my god, there's a wasp on my desk. I am not doing well. We're just gonna ignore it and hope it goes away.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donhung go?
Okay, we've almost unlocked her. Oh, I'm so excited. Woo! Alright. We're all gonna pretend I didn't just scream like that. Sorry, the wasp was like right on top of my hand. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for anyone who is wearing headphones, because that probably just peaked. Okay. Complete different story endings in Saga Primaveral Blade to obtain March 7th. The Hunt Eidolons. So we are literally on the quest that will get us to unlock this. And then sword training, strength, master moves, sword ascension, and then complete adventure missions. Okay. Ooh, I'm so excited.
There you are.
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you? I woke up especially early so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
Oh my god. March is always a good girl.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yunli?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
March 7th waves you and Dan Heng. Barting, I've lost it. Switching to March's point of view.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Did you all set an appointment? Like, my god.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhuming swordmasters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
That's nice.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Zhuming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight.
Interesting that he's the one that prepared swords for her instead of Yunli, considering that she comes from, like, the crafting ship.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
The real competition is just getting started.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
Moments later.
So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
March has never even held a sword. Can we start with like hand grip? Some basic poses? Anything?
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense?
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
An autonomous shine of blade. March 7th, the novices stand. Lots of things just happened. Accept the master's gift and eager expectations. Okay, her phone case did not change with her outfit. I just wanted to check if this changed at all.
Well, I heard you have some experience with... Oh, come on. Step forward.
All right, let's get started with the training.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
I'm gonna cry, guys, if this wasp lands on me again.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Ready to shine.
No rush, Miss March. You're still inexperienced with a sword. Why don't you use a skill first?
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lawfu's swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Did she just give him a boba? Is that her support animation?
Right on time.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Strike! Again. Yes, you! Like this? 10 of you!
Well done! Time for swordplay!
Right on time.
Mountains. Oh, I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Strike with heart!
Awesome! You'll make good practice. With a true heart and focused mind. Here I come. Yes, you.
Okay, so let's turn the double off.
Time to show you what I can really do.
Oh my gosh, look at her thinking about it.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less carbs. Watch this!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? Slap!
Right on time.
Leap through clouds!
Blade and flight! A one-time enemy! Time for swordplay! Practice is over! Swords descend!
You'll make good practice. Yeah! Oh, I get it! All
Can you block? Blade and flight!
Descend to earth!
Interesting.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working her
strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled swordmasters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
I'm unfortunately going to have to side with Yunli on this, is that you should work on your weaknesses first to get them up to either like at a higher level so that they don't drag you back down when you're doing the things you're good at, because if you only focus on what you're good at, your weaknesses might get worse.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Thus begins the journey of March 7th sword training. Yeah, I saw this, that she has like cute little animations between switching paths. Where are my cute animations for Kalis? Kalis just has this menu to slide between. I want cute animations. I guess my March is probably gone. Oh, no, here she is. Oh, look at her. I'll have to think on what light cone to get her. I'll have to look into that. And let's look at our Elons. Oh, that one looks cool. Time marches on and the days turn to more.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight swordmasters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Days and nights fly by in the delve as the war dance fast approaches. Under the strict supervision of her two masters, March 7th trains tirelessly, almost developing tennis elbow. On the day of after the sword training. On that day after the sword training.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa...
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Ooh, we lost it. Now I understand why Grandpa always has that grin on his face while training me.
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades could improve your touch.
Let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Luofu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true.
And they're both like, who dis?
Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
That's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills.
Oh my
How
God.
you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with.
This wasp is like terrifying me. That thing was like right in my face a second ago. Sorry. Oh my God. It has been ignoring me for like the past hour. Why is it suddenly deciding to be a terror? Fuck. Sorry. Okay. All right. If this thing scares me one time, I'm gonna have to close the stream just so I can take care of it. Oh my God.
It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. Apprentice.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
I like how he was trying to save face, be like, I'm still cool, and then like the kids are like, you're kind of creepy.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying in the throes of combat where life and death hinge on a
He is speaking too slowly. Okay, one standing full of malice and the other lying down and honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? So he's essentially stating, like, the one who wins is truly the one that is the one who writes the story.
Singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu.
Well, then you should know
Oh my god, I keep skipping past what they're saying because I'm reading it faster than them talking. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
Oh my god, why does it keep getting right in my face? Do not like this.
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience?
Also, I can definitely feel Jiao Chao subtly making them lower their guard so you can get info from them. Good job.
And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
Oh my gosh, Jiao Chao has them in the palm of their hand instantaneously. I want to at least get through this section with March so that I can work on this. But the freaking wasp that's in here, / hornet or whatever it is slowly freaking me out more.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
He smells something off.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
Are we getting a new area?
Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent, and just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Zhao Cho meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Zhao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more, but when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me, pressing forward.
I skipped a little bit forward. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders, and then I accidentally skipped it because I thought it was done. And I know that there's still more to shoulder. There we go.
That's why I wield my sword.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really matter. All swordmasters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by...
I've been working hard too, you know. Cut her off right at the end.
...by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Zhao Chao waves and then leaves. He totally just used them to get access into the restricted area and take a look around and figure out who's where.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
He was using time for them to speak so that he could keep watching things.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
A startlement of fur and feathers. Oh, we're in a dungeon currently, so... Oh yeah, what's her, out of action?
Peach blossoms and divine sword descend.
Okay, interesting. I have a full imaginary team currently.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang! This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need?
Oh, I wonder if that was why Zhao Chao was sniffing, because maybe he smelled wolf, the Boriskin, Borisen.
I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that?
Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids. Didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
As if they were real cloud knights and whatnot, that they wouldn't know who Yao Qing is.
Sorry. I'll take the little ones away right now.
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Huh? Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. Big Sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenqing at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Oh man, this dungeon is gonna be longer than I expected it to be.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Okay, during this mission, more conditions need to be met to complete the photo shoot. The requirement objectives are listed at top left corner. When all the photo shoot requirements are met, you can press the shutter and take the photo. Yeah.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice. Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans. So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Can we please alert Jing Yuan or someone else of our movements, please and thank you. Taking advantage of the temporary absence of the group, you cautiously approach a crate and crawl inside.
Ugh, so cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
You hear footsteps pacing back and forth beside the crate. If someone were to open the crate at that moment, they would certainly catch you in your ridiculous hiding position. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. The floating mechanism at the bottom of the crate is activated. You feel it begin to drift slowly forward. After what feels like an entire amber era of holding breath in silence, you hear the sound of the crate touching down.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
The departing footsteps sound like a signal, prompting you to breathe a sigh of
Looks like
relief.
they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity.
I'm concentrating way too much for this.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here! Shuhard, I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Maktak is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
Uh-oh.
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Borison?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beast!
No dirty tricks.
I underestimated you.
Let's improvise. No dirty tricks, all right. Watch your head. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The dead return!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin!
It's on me.
Oh.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this!
Let's improvise. Spend freely.
Not very sports. Oh, I get it.
All in.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borison managed to infiltrate the Xianzhou.
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Yeah, but also the Lujun that you met was a Foxian. It could also be a Borison pretending to be a Foxian.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Meanwhile, in the Seat of Divine Foresight... Okay. I think with that, we are now able to do... Yes, we are now able to do March's event. Yeah, still a good chunk of that. I'm trying to think. Where are we at? Okay. Because it's already been just short of 2 hours, so I think I'll have to call it there. But next time we will definitely be doing March's event up until it's just like purely combat stuff. Like we'll do the sword stage sagas on like screen, I mean. And then we'll go back to this one. Now, since it does have a 1 here, I imagine that in a couple days when Jiao Chao's banner is dropped, that Jiao Chao being over here, that there'll be like a part 2. And as you can see, I am quite prepared for him to drop. We are at like 1 pity, 7 pity on this one, and only 1 penny on the weapon banner. So I'm a little concerned about, considering I only have enough to go to full max pity 1 time, if we're gonna have enough, but hopefully it'll take pity on me. We do have a 10 pull. And then last time I believe we got Himiko's light cone, so we are only at 3 pity on the standard banner. But let's end this stream with a pull. No 5-star, but that is to be expected at such low pity. That'll put us at 13 for next time. But let's see what we get. I would love an Eidolon over a light cone. Seems we just got an Eidolon. Oh well. Like I said, I think I should be wrapping up for the day, but thank you all so much for watching and being here for the longer stream. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.